Turtle Cape, the Coliseum, Quest Cape, maxing. All mighty achievement, but never really seemed to interest me. Every 99 I've ever gotten has only left me with a fleeting sense of accomplishment. Every quest, level, piece of gear, all mere stepping stone. But for what? What is the point of any of this? Money. So here's the game. I'm going for max PLAT tokens, and I'm going to do this by making 10,000 accounts and then operating them by hand to trade and try to get maximum platinum token. That is 2.147 trillion GP. To put this further into perspective, that is enough to buy 160,259 bonds and have membership paid for 8,012 years. Or a darker path. A player could sell this on the black market right now for roughly $392,000. But that's not what I'm going to do. If I hit this target, I'm going to stare that temptation in the face and throw the ring into Mordor by giving all that money back to the community in some sort of drop party or a giveaway. No botting, no breaking TOS, all legit. So, let's get after it. This is the road to max PLAT. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, John McGarrett's back with another episode of Road to Max PLAT. In today's episode, if you're new here, this is going to be the free-to-play forecast where I take my top picks of free-to-play high-volume items, and we're just going to look at the volume, the rate of return on them. A nice little sample size of 19 accounts, about 3 each. A couple of them might have 2 each, but we're just going to get all that information together because this is going to be really important for you to know, because when you scale up your operation, you don't know what items to really maybe like bias your account farm towards. This video is going to be a nice little resource for you to just check in, see what's working, what's not working, and just have that little information for you guys. Because with scale, you increase it with scaling something. When you scale something up, you increase the good with the bad. So this is just a little bit of free resource for you to see if what you're doing is correct, or if you want to switch stuff around. Just tons of value. So that being said, I am creating a course on how to scale your free-to-play empire. If you want to make hundreds of mils a week with all free-to-play, just, labor intense, labor inputs to then run a free-to-play empire and then make hundreds of mil a week. You can do that too. I do it. This entire channel is just proving, or this entire series has proven that I can make hundreds of mil a week with only free-to-play. Link down to that below. Pre-sale, it's in pre-sale right now, so be sure to check that out. With that being said, let me just shout out my members and we'll hop right into the episode. Become a member today if you want a shout out, if you want to support this journey, see Road to Max PLAT happen. So shout out Anda, Chugs, 07.GG, Mimi the Cat, Mike Strange, Smoo Gooman, ZX, Hugh, Corsica, Pathos 4, Lucy and Stolas, Nexine, and Yu-Gi-Oh! And Chill. As always, you guys are awesome. Thank you for supporting the channel. Appreciate it. Remember to subscribe. It's free. Keep growing the channel. You can help more people make more RuneScape GP. Anyway, all that out of the way, let us hop into the episode. All right, so let's just look at all the items and their volume and stuff like that, talk about it, because this is important to look at. Because you just need to see the daily volume. We want to see the prices that everything's sitting at. And then after we look at all these, which they're all looking pretty standard here, you want to look for like anomalies. You want to look for price movements. You want to look for any trends. Is it changing? Is anything changing? So for instance here, Earth Rune. That's about the normal volume you'll see for Earth Rune, 5.4. Okay, so that's an item that's fine. 91 mil, that's a little bit on the lighter end. I want to see 100 mil there, but that's still fine. Looks like a healthy amount of... Oh, I forgot to check for dumps. Checking for dumps is a big one. Did you have a dump here? Did we have a dump? We had a dump here for the 1 day. I guess for 7 days would be a little bit more appropriate since we're checking this once every 7 days. So we had 114 mil dump over the 7 days, so we know at least one buy limit was acquired. So each account made 50K. We know that for sure. That's why we look for dumps, okay? So over the week, 5.4. Feathers. Feathers, we had 1.8 mil dump, so nothing crazy. Looks like 2.3. This one's kind of misleading to me. I think it has a lot more sells than it does buys than it does sells. But we'll see when we check out the accounts. So Air Rune, is this 7? Oh, this is on 1 day. Sorry. We had a big spike to 6, signaling a supply demand, higher demand. Yes, sorry. I always mix those two up off when I try to communicate it. We also had 114 mil dump here, so each account probably made 50K. Not probably, it definitely made 50K, because if you see a 14 million volume in one window, that means everybody got paid. We have another mini dump over here of 6 mil. That is probably another 50K. So these items probably perform really healthily. As you can see, 133 mil for the air rune. Really healthy volume. Fire rune, 145. I like to see 200 mil plus. Oh, yeah? Hi. What? You a cracker? Anyway. Fire runes, 145 mil. Whatever. Is what it is. Over the last day, we had a big, massive dump over here. Looks like 11 mil. Over the last 7 days, we had the 11 mil dump. We had a big poop here, 6 mil. 5 mil there. So potentially a lot of money was made. Just a really good item. The Ellies are just really good. Pure Essence, 250 mil. We had a massive dump right here. But this is just this is such a large volume. You know what I mean? So much volume. As you can see, there's no low price volume here. And then we had a 10 mil dump right there. So I mean, like, this is just such a easy money. So much volume. And then it just sells slowly. You know what I mean? It's so easy to acquire Pure Essence, but it sells pretty slowly, but it's a money printer. Anyway, so with all that being said, let's take a look at our first account. Water runes. Like I said, I wish it was a little bit higher, but we were able to get 23K. Let's just do a collect. 118K. So whatever. Slap it back in for 5. Make that sale. We went up 118K profit on this account. A little bit light. Don't like to see it, but this will pretty much insta sell. It's a lot easier to sell at 5 than it is to buy at 4. Next account. Bought out. So this account, this is what I'm saying, like some accounts, that's why you don't want to check daily. You want to check over the week, because sometimes, and if you have more accounts, you're going to have more variability. So some accounts, you know, some people out there I've been hearing, you know, like, I don't know how you buy the Pure Essence. I can't buy none. But then some people are like, oh my God, thank you so much. I bought so much Pure Essence. This is such free money. It's because it's going to be different per account, because it's like the Grand Exchange is automatically just distributing it like randomly. So you just got to keep that in mind. So I'll just reslot these back in. So that's an awesome rate of return right there. Air runes, really good. Just, oops, whatever. That'll sell. Fire roads, this account, 212K, 30K a day. Really nice. I like it. We'll get that sale in one slot, no problem. Again, 219K. Really good. Rate of return. It's amazing. Really good though. Fire runes do really, really well. Air runes. This one didn't buy out perfectly, but still got 185K. Earth runes. 206K. But I'll show you guys here. I'll just slot that back into that one slot. You know what? We're going to do it over 2 slots so we can get the best chances ever here. But this has a harder time selling in my experience. Water runes for this account, 91,000. Not a very good week for water runes this week, but again, we're doing this throughout the year. It will have good weeks and it will have bad weeks, and diversify. So fire runes again, 218K, can't lose. Water runes here, 177K, a little bit weaker than what we want. We want 210,000, but still performing pretty well. That's well within the 19,000 threshold. Is that it already? No, it can't be it. Anyway, sorry. So, what was it, 170,000? Yeah, 24,000. That's still really good. I don't know why I was complaining about that. I'm just used to 30K a day, so sometimes I feel bad, but I know throughout the year that it's going to be 30K a day. Like, it's going to average out to that, because sometimes fire runes do a little bit worse, but then the water runes really pick up, and then the air, like, there's this huge fluctuations in prices. So I just know from my experience that it's going to be that. But pure acids, 510K, still holding really well. Really good rate of acquisition. Feathers, 218,000. Wow. Feathers. Never, ever, ever have I ever gotten feathers to perform that well. So that's amazing. Earth runes bought out. Oof, I misclicked that. That's pretty big fail. And then we're just gonna put these back in for 5. So it would have been probably over 210,000 if I hadn't misclicked that 2 to 2 coins like a noob. But we will see how fast they sell. Earth runes are looking pretty good for the buy. Collecting here 612,000, so 511,000 divided by 7 means we're getting 73,000 a day. And in this one we just got 612, so it's gonna be slightly more, 612,000. So again, this scales really well. You make decent money per account. You get similar results, a lot of money. You know what I mean? The link down below. You want pre-sale for the course that teaches you how to build all this as effectively as possible, so you don't waste any time, 0 time. So we got this 60K there as well. So 47. So we got 190,000. It looks like here, roughly 185,000. So again, pretty dang good volume for no effort. You just log in and you log out. Once a day, you know what I mean? 100 account, I do 700 accounts, 760 accounts every Saturday. It's a little bit annoying, but bro, I know like it's worth it for me because I'm getting that cash flow. I can do literally whatever I want on RuneScape forever with this farm, just the 760, and it's 5 hours a week. And if I just don't want any more money, I can just leave it alone. Who cares? No loss. But anyway, feathers, 235K. And you're more than welcome to build the farm yourself. Do it all however you want to. The value that I'm adding with my course is it's step by step. Every single thing I've ran into, every little debug, whatever. Plus also, if you buy the course, you can come to the Discord, ask me a question. I've been answering people's questions no matter what. Ask me a question down in the comments, whatever. But it's just all a matter of time, dude. Like, do you want to spend all of your time just doing, like, figuring it out, wasting, you know, 30 seconds here, 5 minutes here, 10 minutes here, the anxiety of not knowing, all of those other things, when you could just have the professional, like, walk you through the entire thing? Like, it's a no-brainer to me, but I understand from the buyer's perspective how it can be, like, difficult to overcome that. But look at all this value, bro. 235K right there. That goes back in for 3. Feathers, insta-sell. You can find a bulker who will pick a feather off you for 3.1 if you really wanted to stretch that profit a little bit more. But, like, this will insta-sell. And just infinitely scalable. Like, there's a reason botters bought free-to-play. It's because there's so much money to be made. It's just very hard for a human to do a lot of the things botters do, but the Grand Exchange is not one of them. It's so much money that people are leaving on the table, and I feel that people that like are getting to my content at this level before I grow, if I do, yeah, well, whatever. I'm not necessarily too concerned about growth as much as I am about like getting sales and all that other stuff, but I do require to grow. But at 10K subs, there's gonna be a lot more people doing this. Then at 100K subs, there'll be a lot more people doing this. It's never ever going to die, and I have a video coming out like specifically addressing that, but it will be more profitable the earlier people get to it. That's just the nature of all markets. So this is 206K. So Feathers are actually top performer in our forecast today. But yeah, Mind Runes bought out. Okay. 4. So we'll go like 100K here. 4. We'll go 120. And then 4, 120K here. Cool. Mind Runes bought out again. Okay, never mind. Maybe the Mind Runes might be the highest performers, actually. Mind Runes have been printing money for a lot of people ever since I've been putting onto them. Oops, I misclicked and somebody else just made another 100K. That's hilarious. That happens. Oh. Almost didn't make the purchase. One more account. What we got? Mine runes. So the forecast is looking green, bro. A lot of money to be made. Easy money. Anyway, that summarizes. Yeah, that's about it, right? That's about it. So again, one more plug. Link down below to the course, pre-sale, whatever. Do it up. Subscribe, become a member, do all that good stuff. Support the channel, support the growth, help more people, make more RuneScape gold. Thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day.